here it is then, folks. Q3 for the Austrian GP. It seems like a full wets are the order of the session.
This is going to be tasty then.
A lot of rainfall during the end of Q1 throughout Q2. Well, we'll see what there it is. Full wets immediately fitted.
If you're one of these 10 then, Foxy, you want to be the first out, or do you want to be at the back of the queue?
Oh, I kind of... that is tough. Because... it's saying in 10 minutes kind of light rain, but I think I've got to agree with Sneaky in the chat that I think I'd rather get out first. Because... Just to get a lap on the board is going to be good enough, and I think once you've got a lap on the board, there's a little less pressure. You're a bit more willing to go for it, and then by going for a second lap a little bit nearer the end, you can. I go for a double run at the end. That's what I do. I'd set one lap now, get a banker, and then towards the end of the session, do a double run, and. Yeah, see if I could improve my time. Maybe a little bit more water cleared from the racing line, and just maybe that a little bit of a better feel for it with the wet tyres, knowing where it is that you lost time.
Yeah,
I think that's the
push. How
push.
quickly this stops, especially I think even if it stopped raining now, I think we're probably going to be full wets for the whole session.
Yes.
So I don't think we're going to see any sort of last-minute scrambles for inters. Would make life very, very interesting, but we might see towards the end though with the drying line, well not the drying line, but the line with all the water swept off it. I'll be interested to see if someone, I wouldn't put it past one or two, maybe fancying a run on the inters.
It'd be a throw of the cards, wouldn't it? It really would be a throw of the dice, rather.
I mean, would not be the one to take that risk.
I'm not sure it'd be. No, I'm not sure it'd be what I fancied going for. But well, who knows? Maybe there is a driver amongst this Q3 lineup that is willing to give the intermediates a try. What game is this? It's F1 2020, my friend. Oh dear, did not go well for Hansen. Well, Wylap NL is going to be the first man over the line to set a time in Q3. Let's see what he does. A 1:14.3. Not bad considering the wet conditions. Leroy does a 1:14.8. Snacks
with a 14.4.
Splits them with the 14.4. Who else have we got coming up over the line?
Flecky, 14.8.
That's a great lap from Flecky.
Callum
wow.
Ultra, 13.8.
Wow.
Huge chunk to the others. Half a second.
Wow. Callum Ultra into the 13s on full wet tyres. Maybe just holding back a little bit on a lap was the way to go. Vader just about crosses the line on his lap.
Watching the VOD from Snacks last week, a lot of emotion for him last week. So crossing the line at the end of his qualifying session was a big FU. A little outburst there. I think Callum Ultra's just sent one straight back at Snacks with that lap. Let's see what Blocky can do. He's normally doing well to get himself up there in Q3, but it's tricky conditions. It's only enough for P7. Dutchster is going to be the next driver over the line. Negotiates the final few corners. What's he got in him? Come on, Dutchster. Snacks has been disqualified. Yeah, driving the wrong way. So
driving the wrong way. He has spun it round at some point on the circuit in a bid to get back round. Was driving the wrong way in the circuit, relentless of traffic. That is still a penalty infringement. If you can't get on track, you have to wait and be patient. You don't drive the wrong way, that's for sure. No. Damn. Well, a complete disqualification puts him at P10.
It's a lot of people's favourite.
Wow.
Gone.
Wow, that could
A lot of
be
people's favourite for the race
very,
gone.
very interesting indeed. Okay.
Yeah, true, but we all know what the game is like by this point.
Then again, it doesn't happen if you spin.
Yep.
So there's always that one. It's still a driver error at the end of the day. But starting P10, and you're going to get a free choice of tyres as well. So I'm quite excited to see how Snats goes from P10. We know he's got good pace. He won the first race of the season. Let's see how he goes, working his way back up through the grid here.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see the strategies here. I think personally, there's only really two ways you go. You either go soft medium or you go medium soft.
Yep.
It's just dependent on which way.
What's your flavour, isn't it? It's whatever your flavour is. Percentage chance of a safety car here. I know there's quite a bit of runoff knocking about, but
there is,
we might see one.
Fast track.
True.
It's got a very high average top speed, so any form of crash, because the cars are going that little bit faster, I think. And for some reason here, I've noticed, I don't know if you have as well, Foxy, around here, it doesn't really seem to give out virtuals an awful lot. It's either like a safety car or nothing.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think it's one of those circuits where I think, even on a virtual, I think your average pace is going to be still quite high. I just think, with the layout of the circuit being what it is. Yeah, that's not something I've really thought about, but now that you mention it, it makes sense. Flecky is going to go for it again.
We asked the question, who's going to be Woolsey? The answer is 7 drivers are now out on intermediate tyres. Callum Ultra, Gillian, Dutch Dirt, Exotic, Flecky, Leroy and Fader all have whacked on a set of intermediate tyres.
There is a drier line.
Yeah, there is. I mean, Gillian hasn't left the pits yet, so he could probably still take those tyres off Mertz. He has chosen mediums of anything. But he's sitting in the garage, so I think he's just trolling me by changing my leaderboard. I don't think he's even dreaming of coming out on the medium tyres, but thank you for at least making me panic for a second there, Mertz.
I thought it was an interesting decision.
It would be a bold call. Let's just leave it at that. It would be a very bold call. But yeah, everyone plumping for Inters. It's a case of. I mean, you did, but it's a risk. You could find yourself with a grid penalty for trolling the commentator.
The poll is now live at the top of the chat. Who is your vote? Who are you betting on to take pole? Flecky goes quick at a 1:13.2. Leroy currently on pole with it a 1:12.853. It looks like Callum Ultra currently the odds-on favourite to take pole. Exotic with a few votes. Dutch Dirt as well. But wow, Callum Ultra, despite me spelling it wrong, Exotic comes across the line, goes 4/10 quicker than BLT Leroy. Here he is then. We will ride with him for the duration of his lap. Oh, used a lot of that curb at turn 1. Don't think that's going to be helping his chances for pole position. This is the guy you are currently voting for with 10 votes. At the moment, Callum Ultra is set to be your winner for the winner's choice, arguably for pole position. It's about half a lap to go. Really heavy on the brakes there. Is he still firing up through the gears? He is indeed. Throws it in nicely, uses that little bit of understeer, which just keeps you on that drying line. Again, turning in that, yeah, he's got that right. You can use that little bit of the inside curve. You've just got to be careful of the oversteer on the exit. 2 corners to negotiate. Is it enough? Is it enough? Wow! By 1,000th of a second! By 1,000th of a second! He takes pole. Wow!
Yep, super clean on the race director as well. There's no no entry. There was on his first run, so I was a little bit worried that was going to be the difference, but that one super clean. Not even a hint.
That's incredible. That is incredible. With 11 votes then, Callum Ultra, the viewer's choice to take pole position by the smallest margin possible. It cannot get any closer than that, ladies and gents. Amazing. Let's see what some of the other drivers can do. Intermediates then, definitely the right tyre to be on. Oh wow, Lord Vader. Out of nowhere.
Vader comes to the party.
Vader, not even on the vote, fires out a 112.205. Wow. Dutch Dirt goes
Callum
quicker
Ultra.
as well. Callum Ultra's back. What is going on? What is going on? That line is getting better and better by the second. These times are starting to tumble. Wow, conditions clearly getting into the right window for these inters.
Can you imagine if it got to the right point if Mercy had put on those medium tyres? Can you imagine?
Oh, unbelievable.
By the way, I'm not suggesting that it's ready for slicks by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
it's
definitely
really
not.
But
Wow, what a 20-second burst that was. That was absolutely incredible.
Yep.
I want to see what YLAP NL has got in the locker, though.
Nothing in the race director. These are all sort of genuine laps. Blocky!
Blocky!
With a 12.0.
Blocky goes P2. A 112.088. A fraction behind Callum Ultra. Let's see what YLAP NL has got. I think it's his first flying lap on intermediates. We know he's got good pace. Has he got enough? Lord Vader and Dutch Dirt have crossed the line, as has Flecky and Leroy. He goes P3! It's good enough for P3. Exotic still on a lap as well. Ultra sitting on pole at the moment. What can Exotic Plains do? This is his first lap on intermediate tyres. He's sitting in P6 on a 112.449. So 1.5 tenths gets him a position higher. 2 tenths up into P4. Yep. 2 corners to negotiate. What can he do coming over the line? Oh, he's pushed that curb a little bit. A race to the line. Oh, wait. Wow, goes P2. Comes up on my screen, good enough for P2. Wow, by 0.024. What a finish. Wow.
In the case of last across the line, had the advantage there.
Wow. Callum Ultra then, your pole sitter in this Austrian Grand Prix, a 112.022. Exotic, Blocky, YLAP Vader, Dutch Dirt, Flecky, Mertzy, Leroy and Snacks complete the top 10. Do not go anywhere.